Hello and welcome back to the Make Me Believe podcast. Uh, Grab a seat by the fire as I read my wife, Kaylyn, say hello,
Hello.
some scary stories and efforts of making her believe in the paranormal and supernatural and all of that good stuff.
And how is that working out for you, husband, Adrian? Say hi.
Hello.
In getting me to believe in that nonsense.
Um, it's, I think it's going well.
Oh, you are delusional.
Delusional?
Delusional.
I think you're the one that's delusional here on this
Negative,
one.
Ghost Rider.
Affirmative.
Negative.
Are you excited for today's episode?
I am.
Me too.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
We've had an interesting day with the technology.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to upgrade the microphones to be better, but all we get is this incessant hum.
It's a grounding issue, and we need a piece for it. And I don't have the piece, and I didn't get it in time. So here we are. We're using the our same equipment, kind of. It's a mixed
I
bag.
I like I like the mics that we have. The new ones are great, but they pick up every little sound. So
Yeah.
it would sound like this when I'm just speaking right now if the mic's not near my face. So you guys think at any point that I'm loud when I'm commenting on a story, it would be so much worse
Yeah. You're
with
not
those
really
other
loud.
mics.
I mean, you're really not.
So, yeah, we've been
Anyhow.
fighting with that all day and have just decided that we're not going to fight with the hum right now and that we're going to just use the old mics until we can figure out how to stop this annoyance.
Yes. So, are you excited for today's episode?
I am. Today's our 13th episode.
Ooh, spooky. 13 has always been associated with creepiness and
Mm-hmm.
spooky. Friday the
Yep.
13th for a big example.
October, not October.
It's October. Okay.
October. It's October. Yes, it is.
It is.
But it's Tuesday the 17th for me.
Tuesday the 17th.
Yep.
And why is that?
Because if it is October, what is with me in October? My gosh. Because if it is Friday the 13th, that means it will be Tuesday the 17th. And you have to watch the episode Tuesday the 17th on Supernatural. Not Supernatural. Oh
Well-
my gosh, where am I today?
I don't know where you are. This is insane. This is so funny.
This is not funny. You have to watch it on Psych. Psych.
Psych.
Yes.
Okay. And I love that show.
It's a great show.
Yes, it's a great show.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 3 stories for you today.
3, my word.
Mm-hmm. 3 of them.
Are they longies?
Yes.
All 3?
No.
Oh, okay.
We'll figure out which one is which. Maybe you can decide halfway through if it's 20 minutes in and you're like still on this story. You know, one of those.
Your other one you told last week was what, 25 minutes?
I don't know. And that's a good
15
that's a
minutes?
tale, like a good indication of a good story. Like if it's long and it's still engaging, it's just a great
Yeah.
story.
Thanks, dude. It's Brian.
Dude, it's Brian.
Yeah.
Freaking crushed it. I
No.
loved it. That one still sticks with me.
Well,
We just read it the other day.
yeah. So we're recording a bit ahead.
Yes, we're trying to get ahead of schedule because with the holidays coming up and all that.
Well, we also because we would normally record on the 22nd,
Mhm.
but because the boys are going to have kickboxing testing
Mhm.
on that day, this is the only day that we really have to record before this next week gets insane. And so, if you guys want an episode for the 27th, we kind of don't have a choice but to record now.
You are lagging behind today, are you?
I need to get my
you
my,
want some of this?
my Gatorade.
Okay. Well, I'm trying.
Well, I mean, I'll have a drink of that too. That's fine.
Here's a drink of a delicious Alani. Pretty good. Anyhow, so kind of been on an Alani kick lately. Is that weird?
I really like that first one that you had me try.
The Witch's Brew.
Yeah, that one was really good. I like
That
the
was
caramel,
really good.
caramel apple bit of it.
If you haven't had the Witch's Brew Alani, then you gotta have it. Tastes just like one of those caramel apple
Mhm.
pops, the flat ones. That's so good.
Those are good. I like those. I
It
kind of want to
tastes
make.
just like them.
I saw somebody the other day that said you shouldn't sell caramel apples by the whole. You should sell them already cut up.
Yeah.
because people, I mean, have you tried to bite into a full-sized caramel apple?
It's insanity. That's always been a critique that I have had since I was a kid. Just I was like, oh, I love this, and I start eating it. I'm like, this is just a huge mess,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a huge pain in the butt.
Well, then you lose a lot of the caramel, and if there's any nuts or anything on it,
Just
that's in the
gone
ground.
everywhere.
The
Yeah.
ants get to appreciate it, not you.
Yeah, it's
And they didn't
horrible.
pay
You're
for
just
it.
making me just destroy this beautiful caramel apple,
Jerks.
and just I'm not for it.
Now,
Hmm.
big question.
Okay.
For your caramel apples,
Yes.
red apples or green apples?
Ooh, green
Mhm.
apples.
Okay, good choice. We can stay married.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great. I did want to stay married today.
That's a fabulous. I did too.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Did you see that video I sent you where it was like other people complaining about their spouse, but not us because we're best friends?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we are.
We are best friends.
Yeah.
You're one of my big ones. Oh.
Oh,
You know,
so
I beat you to the all.
whatever. So
Oh.
yesterday, a certain individual,
Uh-huh.
that would be you.
Me?
He did not sleep well the other day,
Mm-mm.
and then when he went to work, he looked like death warmed over.
Oh yeah, it was so bad.
Then our friend Adrian over here,
Mm-hmm.
you can say hi again. Yeah.
Hi. Hello.
Decided that he was going to go burn his arm on an airplane.
Mm.
Not inside the airplane, but on the actual airplane. Was it the engine?
It was the bleed air ducts.
Okay. So
hot.
yeah.
Hot.
So this bozo butt burns his arm, has lidocaine and a bandage all wrapped around it. Then when he gets home,
Mhm.
he kind of decompresses for a second, and then he's falling asleep on the couch. I was like, I'm not going to listen to this snoring. I'm trying to watch the Great British Baking Show. I'm not fixing to deal with this. So I told him, I said, just go lay down. So he disappears for a while and he sleeps. I fall asleep. He comes out like 3 hours later,
Mhm.
and he's just laying there. And then he starts to fall asleep again. I said, go back to bed. It's like, well, I'm going to go to the bathroom. You do that. So then he disappears for a couple more hours. Then all of a sudden, I hear him shout, babe! And then he comes out of the hallway with his arms in the air like he's Rocky Balboa at the top of the steps. And he's like, I had a bad dream. I was like, oh no, what happened? I don't remember. Okay. And then he's just sitting on the couch, staring at nothing. And he still hasn't eaten dinner. He didn't want anything to eat when he got home, but I know him. And so I was like, you need to just go back to bed. And then when I went in there a little bit later, I said, because he was kind of awake, and I said, hey, you need to think about what you want to eat tomorrow before we go work, because I am not going to deal with you being grumpy. Because I honestly anticipated him waking up at 11 or 12 being like, I'm so hungry, because he's done that before. He did not.
No, I slept straight up for about 15 hours.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
And then this morning, he's like, yeah, you did tell me that, because I'm hungry. I know.
Yeah.
So you need to figure out what you want to eat, because I don't eat before we go to work. He has to, otherwise he is grumpy gills. So then he got his food, and I'm anticipating now within the next hour and a half of him getting cranky again because he's hungry.
I'm getting a little peckish.
Yeah, see, I know. He's so predictable when it comes to food because I watch his face.
Listen, I'm fat for a reason.
This is how we're best friends, because I look at him and I go, he's grouchy because he needs to eat. Oh, he's grouchy because he burned his arm. Oh, he's grouchy because of something he just watched on his phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is our friend Adrian, guys.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, we're friends.
He gets hangry.
I do get hangry.
And he has these horribly ugly blisters on his arm, and it's kind of purple where he burned it.
Yeah, it's not the best.
He makes me so mad when he does that.
Yeah. I make me mad.
Yeah. He gets mad at me when I get blisters from sunburns.
Uh-huh.
At least, mine, I was probably outside working when this happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not intentionally tell the sun to do this or stand in a spot where the sun decided to do this to me. You walked into the airplane.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. At least you didn't set yourself on fire this time.
It's true. It's been a while since I set myself on fire. Very happy about that. I call that progress.
Yeah, good. I'm happy to hear it.
Are you ready to get into the spooks?
Mm-hmm. Are these stories going to make me mad?
Define mad.
Oh, dear heavens. We don't have any updates because we were recording ahead of the...
We're recording 2 days after we just recorded, so I don't have any updates from the previous episode.
Yeah. So
Oh,
updates will probably be a little ways away. What's up?
yeah. Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, he's smiling mischievously, so that means something. He just doesn't want to tell me.
I don't want to tell her chat.
That's quite rude.
I know. We'll figure it out. We'll see if you remember.
Okay,
We'll remember
well,
later.
I'll remember all the things.
Sure. She's
Yeah.
forgetting something. I'm just not going to
Oh
tell
no, I
her.
haven't forgotten it.
What?
Oh, I have not forgotten about the almond joy at all.
Damn it.
It's not been forgotten.
There's an almond joy sitting in our living room waiting for consumption by me.
Yeah.
And I am sitting here in the other room avoiding it like the plague.
No, it's going to be, I have not forgotten it at all.
I'm going to have to eat it.
Yeah. But I'm only making you eat one piece. I'm not even making you eat the whole thing.
It's rude.
It's one little piece.
I don't want it.
I don't care.
I lost.
You did.
So I have to eat it.
Yeah. And
Anyway.
I was willing to concede because you were going to eat that. I was willing to watch a horror movie.
Yes, she was, but I decided to sleep for 15 hours.
Yeah. So.
Don't yell at me, baby. Anywho, you ready?
Yeah, but remember, I also made you homemade peanut butter cups.
This is true. I've thoroughly enjoyed those.
So, I mean, you can eat a peanut butter cup right after you eat the almond joy.
I cleanse it with peanut butter.
Yes, not fire, please.
Okay.
Okay. So, you've got some stories for me today.
Yes.
Are you going to start them out by going, okay?
Shut up.
My mother said I do that too.
You do. Punk. Are you ready?
Bring it on.
All right. So, this story is from Reddit user ObviousWombat623, which is a username that I chuckled. I could speak, folks. That I chuckled over numerous times.
I'm enjoying the username.
Okay.
It's this one and dude, it's Brian.
It's Brian.
Are my favorite right now.
There's been some really inventive usernames, which I've been enjoying.
I like them. They're funky, and I like a good funky username.
Get funky.
I use the same username pretty much always.
Yes, you do. Okay, you ready? I already asked that.
You did, and I said bring it on, but you're going to get a drink real quick. So I'll just chatter when you're done. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, bring it on.
My polite poltergeist story.
There's such thing. That's going to be interesting.
I know, right?
All right, let's go.
All right. This is my one and only first-hand experience with what I can only describe as a poltergeist. This happened in the late 90s. I was young, 21, and living with my boyfriend at the time. Neither of us made a lot of money, so we got a cheap apartment in the gray area between the good part of town and the bad part of town. I worked days, he worked nights. I came home from work one day and said goodbye to my boyfriend as he headed to work, changed, and then went grocery shopping. When I came back home, I walked into chaos. A few things hit me right away. Every single light was on, and the stereo was up, as loud as it would go, tuned to some talk radio station. I knew I had turned off the lights when I left for the store, because it was a habit to keep the power bill affordable. Not only was the stereo not on when I left, nor did I have it on before I left, the station it was tuned to was nothing that either my boyfriend or I would listen to. It was one of those stereos with station presets and press buttons to tune it. The station was nowhere near to the one of the presets, so it wasn't like it was a bad reception that was causing it to fade into a neighboring station. Those who know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. As I walked through the apartment to go turn off the stereo, I noticed the cat was nowhere in sight. After turning off the stereo, I went looking for her. I noticed every sink was completely full to the brim, but the faucets were off. All the hairs on my arms and the back of my neck were standing up. I finally heard the cat meow, and I found her in the top cabinet of the in-wall pantry. There was absolutely no way she could have gotten in there on her own. The door was above my head, and it was a door with a small groove on the side that you used to open it. No handles or knobs. There was nothing nearby. No table, no countertops, no ledge that the cat could have used to even jump up in there, let alone open the door on her own. I freaked out and called my boyfriend. He listened to me babble about what had happened and stayed on the phone with me while I did a tour of the apartment to make sure no one had broken in and was hiding in the closet or something. Nobody there. He had me confirmed that nothing was missing, so we decided it wasn't a robbery break in, as I was still pretty freaked out and on the verge of hyperventilating. He called the front desk of the apartment complex to see if there had been any issues around our apartment, to see if maybe someone started to break in and ran off before they finished or something. Turns out there had been an altercation in the apartment next to us. We had long suspected that our neighbors were dealing drugs and and thought maybe it was related to that. They said security had to escort some very angry men away, but that nothing had happened to our apartment directly. Boyfriend said jokingly that it must have been a ghost trying to make it look like someone was home by turning on the lights and putting the stereo on to a talk station so that the altercation next door didn't end with one of the guys trying to break in to steal our things. He then said something like the ghost had better do some housework to pay for the higher utility bills we're going to get, and said we'd talk about it the next day when we were both off of work. We didn't want to talk about it much in the apartment, but when we left to go for a walk, he said he wasn't sure if it was a ghost, but if it was, he believed that the last thing you wanted to do was to get scared. By treating it lightly, he felt like it wouldn't feed on the ghost fear. Since it hadn't done anything destructive and the worst thing it had done was put the cat in the cabinet, we should just let it be. A few days later, I got a call at work from him where it was his turn to sound a little freaked out. He asked if I had vacuumed and put the dishes away before I left. I had told him no, and he said he came back from an errand to find the entire apartment completely vacuumed, perfect lines, no footprints leading to the closet the vacuum was stored in. Also, all the dishes were put away in the proper places. He said that maybe the ghost heard his joke about doing some housework and took it seriously. Nothing else really happened after that, though the cat was obsessed with sitting on the edge of the tub and staring into it from that point on, something she had never done before. My own guess was that our polite poltergeist was a former resident who maybe died in the bathtub and who was trying to protect their apartment from potential threats. Who knows? The end.
Okay. It's the Wet Bandits. The first thing that popped into my mind.
It's the wet bandit with the
with the
sink. We're the wet bandits, Harry.
That's literally the first thing that came to my mind. Also, I love how you say you're young in the 90s,
Uh-huh.
21,
Mhm.
the late 90s. So I'm gonna say like 99.
Sure.
Yeah. I was 5.
You were 5.
I was 5 in 1999. You were 6.
In 19 yeah, I was 6.
Mhm. That's
Um,
young.
yeah,
Because
fairly.
when you're 5 and 6 and you're 20 years old or 21 years old, you're older than dirt to
Okay.
us.
Well, yeah.
So I just thought that was funny because anytime I hear the 90s, I'm like, oh yeah, I was a baby. Oh yeah, I was young. Oh, so you're about my age. No, I was
No,
20.
I was
25. Oh, sure. Sure, that was young then.
not calling out anybody,
No,
but you were either a teenager or
a
a baby.
child. Yeah. There's
No, that
no,
was
there's like,
it.
there's no in between there. Let's be real. Let's be real here. Well, I mean, at least you didn't get robbed.
Right?
That's nice.
That is very nice. That's a nice poltergeist. I wish I had someone like that or an entity like that whenever I lived in apartments.
Yeah, because you used to just sweep the dirt into a corner
I don't know what you're talking
and
about.
then walk away.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what you're talking
Oh, yeah,
about.
you did it all the time.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I would be coming over and you're like, oh, I got to finish cleaning. And then I'd get there and it's just a pile of dirt in the corner.
Listen, the dustpans would vanish. I'm pretty sure that apartment complex was haunted because my dustpans would vanish all the time.
Do you know what happened to them?
What?
Your then 3-year-old is what happened to them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They would end up in the pantry.
They would end up in the pantry,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just going to conveniently just throw Noah under the bus on that one.
Adrian, I witnessed him doing it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Maybe because he saw it enough times.
Oh my gosh, you're
To pick
trying
up
to
that
give the
behavior.
3-year-old an out and blame a non-existing ghost. Got it.
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
whatever.
Well, I do think it's funny that they did not discuss this ghost
In the apartment.
in the apartment,
Yeah.
but that the ghost did. You can't see me, but every time I do the air quotes, Adrian looks at my fingers. That heard you say, "You need to be doing some housework because you're going to cost us more money."
Yeah.
What
and
if
they did.
What if the ghost is sleeping in the bathtub? Like, what if that's where it's where its bed is?
It's either sleeping there or it died in the bath.
But why all of a sudden now does the cat care about that spot?
Something triggered the paranormal encounters to start. The
And-
house was in danger. The creatures stirred.
Cats don't need anything to open doors, though. Like,
Yeah, this is true. Cats are genuinely mischievous.
yeah.
But to close it too.
Well, if it's up high and there's nothing for a cat to get on, then yeah, that would be difficult for a cat to get into.
Mhm.
But if you don't have any knobs or handles or anything on a door that's down easier for them to get to, they don't have to have that. They can still get into it.
Okay. I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down
Yeah.
here.
I've seen too many cats get into them. Like my sister's cats get into stuff that don't have knobs or handles on it.
Okay.
She used to have a cat. Jessica had a
Mhm.
cat. He was a jerk.
Yeah.
He would knock my coffee mugs off of the shelf.
And you collect coffee mugs.
I do.
And you have a plethora
I do.
of them here at the house.
I do.
Some in storage
Yes.
in the attic.
Yeah.
And then a lot stored in this room.
Yeah. We probably have over 20 in this room alone.
Yeah.
So there's a lot here because I collect them and he would knock them off and break them. So cats are mischievous little buttheads.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
But I do wonder why put the cat in the cabinet.
That is a good question.
What was the purpose of that? And was that the only time that the cat ever ended up in the cabinet?
As far as she said.
That's interesting.
Right? I find it to be very interesting.
That's very... Now, I do wonder because you don't want to acknowledge in a positive or negative way, I guess, with a poltergeist or give it permission to stay.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you don't want to be mean to it because right now it's being nice. But what happens if you're mean to it or you don't tell it thank you? But you can't tell it thank you because then you're acknowledging its presence.
Yep, there lies the catch-22.
So what do? Are you on the phone with somebody and you're like, yeah, whoever put those dishes away and vacuumed the floor, like they're great. I appreciate that. And then they hear that, but you're not directly saying it to them. So it's not giving them the permission to stick around. Like, what do you do there? Because you didn't directly tell it to help with the chores or even ask it to help with the chores. You just said, well, it needs to do this as a third party outside, not talking to it kind of way of saying it.
Yeah, I get you.
Because you can't invite it in.
No, you cannot invite it in.
You can't tell it can stay.
No.
Got to kick it the hell out.
Kick it out. Get it out of there.
But then it's not being mean. So then what do?
What do you do? What do you do, Kaylyn?
You believe in it. I don't.
I believe 100% in it. Like, man, that's awesome. You had a polite little poltergeist.
No.
And I love it.
I go with somebody's hiding in the attic.
Hiding in the attic.
Yeah. Or the walls, depending.
You know, I knew you were going to go with attic.
Mm-hmm.
I really did.
Mm-hmm. I just for some reason pictured them living in like Wisconsin or something.
In Wisconsin?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay, are you ready for story number 2?
Oh, dear heavens.
It's
Are all of the stories going to be kind of nice like that where, people are living and all that? Or are we going to have some sad, depressing things happen?
Who knows?
Oh, dear. You do. And you're not telling. That's kind of rude.
I know, that's crazy, right?
No.
I mean, you'd think I would know, but nope. I don't know.
You do know. I know also that my arm is spasming right now,
It's weird.
and I don't like it.
Okay. Are you ready?
Bring it on.
Okay. This story is called My Husband's Strange Encounter by K. Page Ivy. Mm-hmm. All right. Goes a little something like this. At 1:52 a.m., my phone rings. It's my husband. He already texted me, letting me know he was on his way home from work. Worried that something was wrong, I answer. Hey, babe. You okay? Babe? Yeah. Can you hear me? I can now. Are you okay? I don't I don't know what just happened. I'm I'm almost home, but I saw something. I'm about to lose service. Be waiting on me, please? I get out of bed and stand at the front door, waiting to see his headlights come down our long driveway. He gets in the door with a shocked look on his face. This is what he said. I I saw these things. These tall white things. A tall white woman with two other tall white people. Not white like skin color, snow white. They were standing out there by the abandoned trade tracks on that road. The woman, the woman had what my brain could only compare to a trash bag with a light. I know that's not what it was, but that's what it reminded me of. When I saw them, they noticed me too. And I got this feeling. I can't explain it. But I needed to get out of there. And unease came over me. I'm not sure what they were, but it wasn't right. They're not humans. I started reheating his dinner, and then it hit me. This automatically made me think of the tall whites. I googled tall whites and asked my husband if any of the photos were comparable. He scrolled to one image and said, Yeah, this is it. This is close. The next morning, we decided to go back to where he saw them, and there was a black mark on the ground, like something scorched the earth. Even more puzzling was that it had lightly rained the night before. It was raining when he saw them. Nobody lives in the area where he saw them. It was just an old one-lane road that connects two larger roads and crosses the abandoned railroad tracks. We also live in the outskirts of a very tiny little town, so it's unlikely that anyone was this far out making a fire directly next to the road and tracks. As we're walking to the car, a old man in a beat up old Ford pulls up beside us. He says, Hey, what are y'all up to? Neither of us recognized him. We just nodded and said, We were looking at something. Is our car in your way? He puts the truck in park and gets out. He says, No, y'all are fine. Did you kids see something interesting? My husband said, I saw something out here the other night on my way home from work. Not sure what it was, though. The old man says, Is that right? I live over that way. Have all my life, as he points to the highway. An awkward silence fell over us for a few seconds. As we were walking to our cars, then he says, Y'all believe in aliens? My husband and I both look at each other. I say, Yes, actually, we do. He goes on to tell us that he and his late wife experienced a lot of strange occurrences out there over the years. He said the scorch mark was from them and asked if we'd ever see anything in the sky that was unidentifiable. My husband showed him a video that was taken a couple months back of a UFO over our house. He invited us over to the house, saying that he had some images he'd like to show us. It may not have been the best decision, but we agreed. My husband has his carry permit, so I wasn't too worried. We followed him to an old farmhouse. He said his grandparents built the house in the 1800s, and all of them have seen and experienced things on or around the property. He he goes to a little garage shack and retrieved some old Polaroid pictures. All 5 photos pictured your classic flying saucer. My father took these, he said. There's more in the house somewhere. He goes on to tell us that he's not exactly sure where they come from or why they're here, but he knows there's different species and different kinds of crafts. I like to think we gained a friend, but I'm still not 100% sure what my husband encountered. I thought I'd share my story here. The end. There you
So, first off, what kind of job do you have in a small ass little town? You're getting home at almost 2 a.m.
go. A lot of jobs.
Sketchy.
A lot of jobs.
At small town,
Mm-hmm.
2 a.m.?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Hotel worker, maybe a bar. Maybe he's a bartender.
Well, he should still be at work. Bars close at 2.
Maybe he got off early.
You gotta clean everything.
Maybe there was no patrons that night and they decided to lock up early.
You just went full, like, I don't even know what that accent was, dear.
I don't know what it was either, but I'm keeping it.
Okay. So we're presuming that this was an alien encounter
Mm-hmm.
based off of this 3 extremely tall Snow White people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did they describe these creatures to the older gentleman?
I don't know. What you get is what you get.
Okay. It's very interesting. It would be interesting to know which state this was in.
Uh-huh. Well, maybe we'll get a I can't get out of this accent. It's sticking.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe we'll get some updates.
He has a radio laugh, guys. It's hilarious.
I didn't know I did that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we'll get an update on this.
I have many questions.
I definitely love to hear more.
Did they ever see the older gentleman again?
Yeah, they said that she made a friend.
Hope they made a friend.
They hope they made a friend.
Yeah, but did you ever see him again? Because it doesn't say, right?
No.
So I want to know, did you ever see him again? Did you ever describe these creatures? Did he ever describe the creatures maybe if he'd seen them to you before you told him what you saw to see if maybe he was telling you the truth or if he was just plotting your demise?
Holy long walk for a short drink of water there, Batman. That was a lot.
No, it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
No. If it helps, I don't even remember what all I said at that moment.
I don't either.
I feel like I hit I'm about to pass out and go to sleep phase of my day right now.
It's your turn to sleep for 15 hours.
Negative Ghost Rider. Okay. So that was a pretty short one.
That was, yes.
In the sense of it's a little creepy because
I haven't thrown an alien story at you for a while.
You have not. Did you see my face when you said alien though?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay. Which is hilarious considering I love sci-fi.
I know, right? You think that you would be more for it. Just like, yes.
I'm literally looking at the picture of Abe from Hellboy.
Yeah, I have an autograph picture of Hellboy here in the studio. Ron Perlman.
I was 40 years older.
Wow.
Yeah, I like Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
He's a good looking guy.
He's a good looking man.
Tom Selleck is better though, but whatever.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
My parents are camping and my mother keeps texting me pictures
of
their view.
Nice.
That's I want those questions answered if they can answer them.
Yeah, there's it's definitely a long thread underneath that. She answers a couple questions, but maybe she'll reach out.
That would be great.
That would be fantastic.
Because I would like the answers to those questions if possible.
Yes. Are you ready for story number 3?
Is this the longie or are they all pretty kind of medium?
Kind of medium.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Bring it on.
Well, okay. This story is called Skeleton on the Porch
Absolutely not.
by Robinson Austin. Tommy Morgan did not have the best life. Coming from a broken home, the young 11-year-old only experienced the worst. His father would return home drunken like a skunk, and he would get into heated arguments with his wife over money and how, since he was the bread maker, he could do with his earnings what he saw fit. Tommy's mother would do chores around the house and her eyes red from sobbing. Tommy himself would receive whippings from his father for the slightest of offenses. It always came with hollow assurances that it would build character. There were many things that the boy despised, his father being number one on the list. A day never went by in which he dreamed of getting revenge on him, but it was all just a fantasy. His father was big and stout. As far as Tommy was concerned, his father was an unconquerable Goliath to his David. Thoughts of running away crossed his mind, but he did not have the heart to abandon his mother to the brute. He thought that he would never be able to get rid of him, at least until that day. One of the few joys Tommy had in his life was Halloween. On that holiday, he could discard his miserable life and become anyone he wanted to be. The candy and decorations were also a plus for him. His father despised everything else, would at the very least spruce up the house for All Hallows Eve with a spider made of old rags here and a paper mache ghost there. On a particular day, he brought home a skeleton. The skeleton was roughly his size, being 6'5" in height. It was dry with some visible cracks around the ribs and spine. It was missing a few upper teeth in the back, likely from years of wear and tear. His hollow eye sockets were jet black and devoid of life. The bones, yellow with age, made a slight thump sound against the wall any time Tommy's dad would swing the ancient artifact back and forth. It looked absolutely fragile in his colossal hands. He explained that he got the decoration from an old antique store, bragging about how much he swindled the store owner to get the skeleton cheap. He placed the skeleton in the bench on the porch and returned inside without much thought, resuming his drinking. Once more, he got into a fight with Tommy's mother, this time over her wanting new curtains. Tommy left the house and sat on the bench with his skeleton. He vented his complaints to the decorative piece, not thinking much about whether he would be heard, but he nevertheless felt at ease talking to someone. From there on out, Tommy found himself loving the skeleton. Each day he would talk to it and would take care of it. Anytime leaves would fall on it, Tommy would blow them off with the leaf blower. When it rained, Tommy covered the skeleton with rags. For a second, he could have sworn that the skeleton was receptive to his acts of kindness. During one instance, when he was gently wiping the skeleton's arm, Tommy heard whistling. From the direction he was looking, it appeared that its teeth were chattering. However, Tommy chalked it up to the wind blowing through the skeleton's mouth. Beyond his days spent with Halloween decorations, Tommy's life continued as normal. His parents would argue over the tiniest of offenses, and his mother would resume doing chores around the house with tear-streaked eyes. Tommy would continue to receive beatings from his father, thinly veiled as discipline. During dinner, Tommy accidentally dropped a glass, causing it to fall on the floor and break into a million pieces. As his father was beating him, there was a sudden thumping coming from the porch. Alarmed, the three paused to listen to a sudden noise. Whatever was out there paced back and forth on the porch, stomping as hard as its foot would allow. With bated breath, Tommy's father approached the door and opened it, only to see the skeleton in its sitting position. Once more, it was attributed to the culprit being the wind. For the next few days, the thumping would continue. Repetition ate away at Tommy's father, spurring him to leave home and remain out for longer hours. In his dreams, he was tormented by the skeleton. He would find himself in bed, alone. The skeleton appears at the foot of the bed and slides over his body, just coming short of his neck. His dad would wake up with a jolt and refuse to sleep the rest of the night. However, Tommy's dreams were starkly different. He would receive sweets and other confections, and his father would be far away. The skeleton would stand by looking at him in the distance. Eventually, Tommy's dad couldn't take it anymore, and during a stormy night, he gathered the skeleton and tossed it in the back of his truck with little hesitation. Poor Tommy was awakened from his deep slumber only to see the skeleton he had cherished being driven away. He ran to the door, but the truck bolted to life and bucked its way off the driveway. Heartbroken, Tommy returned to his bedroom and cried himself to sleep. The next day, his father returned, and so did the skeleton. Surprised at first, Tommy was grateful that his friend was back. Even more bizarre, his father was kinder. When Tommy accidentally broke a plate, instead of the whipping he was anticipating, he was instead given a stern but fair warning about how he could have hurt himself. There were no more arguments over money, which meant that his mother was now at peace. Their marriage also improved, and the two seemed more in love with each other in all the years of their life. However, Tommy couldn't help but notice that his father was acting weird. He moved around as if he were a stranger in his own skin. His legs would wobble, his knees buckled from the smallest of movements. Sometimes the skin around his face would slide, forcing him to push it back with his spare hand. His jaw would hang agape as he ate, which translated to shoving food in his mouth at the back of his throat. Tommy learned the truth on Halloween when he stared at the skeleton on the bench. There were no cracks on the ribs. In fact, instead of being ancient, the skeleton appeared to be fresh and, dare say, even more lifelike than before. It even had a full set of teeth. Shocked, Tommy turned to look at his father, who stared at him for what seemed like an eternity before giving him a wink. The end.
Saw that coming.
Yeah.
Kind of love that for him.
Me too. Me too.
Like,
I felt like ending this episode on a good note, you know?
yeah. It also kind of gave me slight, obviously reversed vibes of Men in Black.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, it definitely did.
Yeah.
Throw a kid at it and then throw some no, well, there's aliens in this story. Oh, not this story, but in this episode.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I kind of saw that coming a little bit when, especially when he drove off and then came back with it. I was like, oh, the
mhm.
skeleton done took over his dad, which, you know,
Not the worst of things.
not the worst of things because his dad sounds like a piece of shit.
Yeah, yeah, big time. I was getting super angry while reading this.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for the kid and felt so bad for the wife.
Yeah.
And I was just getting just more and more frustrated. And as I was reading and I started picking up on little things, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You can spend your money how you see fit, okay? But then what happens if your wife tries to work? You gonna
Mhm.
let her work so she can have her own money so she can buy her own new curtains?
Of
No,
course.
you're gonna take her money. We know good and well somebody like you is gonna take her money
Mhm.
because clearly it's not y'all's money, it's your money.
Yep.
So it would also mean that her money is your money.
Yes.
And that's no, if I came up to you, even because I don't have a 9 to 5 job,
Mhm.
and I came up to you and I said, "Hey, I want to get some new curtains."
then I would start yelling at you. Oh wait, no, that's him. No, then I would say, yeah, sure, let's go look at some curtains.
Yeah. But I don't need curtains, so no. Like here in a couple weeks, I'm gonna go with my mom to go do some
Can.
shopping for her dining room
Mm-hmm.
for stuff at Hobby Lobby.
Gosh.
And I'm gonna be like, hey,
Hey,
I'm see some cute things here. Can I get some cute things? And you're gonna be like, yeah, sure.
why not?
Just don't go crazy.
Just don't go crazy. That's all I ask.
Yeah. And Hobby Lobby can be a dangerous place for me.
It's a very dangerous
I
place.
love Hobby Lobby.
You do.
I like to decorate my house.
Hobby Lobby can be it's very dangerous place for couples.
Yeah. Now see, I mean, I got spanked when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
We know that you were just brutally abused by, somebody that you claimed did it.
Mm-hmm.
She denies it.
Yeah.
But and while I think that it does teach you something,
Uh-huh. I don't think it should be every
no.
day occurrence. I don't think
'Cause
it should be for any little thing.
yeah, because I think for some kids it works and for some kids it doesn't.
Yeah, like Jonah, he doesn't
He doesn't need
he doesn't need it. Jonah never really got any spankings.
Yeah, you just have to raise your voice to him.
Yeah, Jonah, you just raise your voice and then he's disappointed in himself.
Yeah, and then you take things away from him and he
Yeah, he's a little turd, teenager.
yeah. The little one, it went back and forth. Sometimes spanking him worked.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes sticking him in a corner worked.
Yeah.
Sometimes making him sit on the step for 7 minutes worked.
Yeah.
Sending him to his room. It just for him, it changes.
Yeah. Adapt, overcome.
Yeah, but he's broken many a things here.
Yeah.
And then and that's why for the longest time, you also, depending on how old that kid is, you don't give them glass.
No.
For that. Like
so dumb.
The little one started using a glass cup, and I'm like, I really still don't like this because you still drop your fork at the dinner table.
Yeah.
At 9.
Yeah. That's a thing.
But even when he does break stuff, we do not haul off and beat him, especially if he drops glass. We're like, do not move. And then he freaks out because he thinks he's in trouble, and we're like, no, bro, don't move.
You're gonna get
cut.
Yeah, just glass in your feet.
Let us get shoes on. We'll pick you up. We'll move you, and we'll sweep. Don't move. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then after everything's done,
mm-hmm.
because those two, they're super slow to the draw on when something like that happens. They immediately just want to move or try to run away from it or think that they've got to scramble to clean it up real quick.
And we're like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just are like, what? And then they'll just keep going. Because you'll tell Jonah, especially if we're holding something hot or heavy, we'll be like, Jonah, move. And he is in slow motion.
Yeah, he's like, what? And he retreats a little bit. And we're like, move. And he's like, what? It's like, move.
Or you'll tell him, hey, go to the left. And he'll start just going the opposite direction of where you tell him to go. And you're like, dude, he has done that when I am carrying something so heavy that I'm about to drop. Or if I'm carrying something that's glass that I'm about to drop, he'll just stand there. And I'm like, move! I'm gonna drop this. This is hot.
Oh, the joys of parenting.
You've seen that video where the mom is trying to hand the pot to the kid?
Yeah. She's like, it's hot on the bottom. And then the daughter tries to grab it from the bottom. She goes, it's hot on the bottom. And she goes to try to grab it again. And she just starts yelling at her.
Yeah, that's Jonah.
Yeah, 100%. That is Jonah.
He almost did that exact same thing. I'm like, don't touch it there. That's hot. So he moves further up. Whatever it is. I'm like, don't touch that there. That's hot. Don't touch that there. It's hot.
Now, he does adjust his hands accordingly, but it's just not a big enough jump.
Yeah.
So he is learning, I guess.
And they're funny because they try to copy what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're trying to get something out of the oven, sometimes we'll just pull it out with a towel.
Yeah.
And we have the skills to do that because we know where to grab. Mm-hmm. We know how thick to make that part of the towel.
Yeah.
These two, I'm like, y'all are so cute, but you need to use the pot holders.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why? The little one especially. Well, why? Well, 1, because you're 9. Mm-hmm. And 2, you don't know where to grab. Oh, okay.
Exactly.
So, but even when they do drop something, we don't
No, we don't
And
just go off and beat the children.
and even if we tell them, hey, be careful with that, and they're not careful, then that's when we're like, go to your room. Go to your room. You're grounded right now.
It
Go to
has
your
been
room.
a long time since anybody's gotten a spanking.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
haven't. It doesn't really work much on the little one anymore.
No.
He doesn't really care.
No, usually I just tie a rope around his legs and hang him from the rafters. Uh,
Could
and
duct tape him to the wall.
we could duct tape him to the wall. Yeah, that's the next punishment.
Yeah.
Looking for additional punishment here, guys. Go ahead and send them your way.
He really just hates being told to stand still.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that's the worst punishment for him. Don't move.
Yeah, you stand there and don't move. And then he tries to like scratch his cheek. Don't move.
Yeah.
It.
That's like the most effective punishment is making him stand in the corner because he does not like it.
Yeah.
Because then I do the super nanny thing where, for AC, they're standing in the corner or he's sitting on the step. He has to sit there for however old he is. So right now he's 9, so he has to sit there for 9 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anytime he comes out of that corner or off of that step, his time starts over. And he hates that.
Hates it with a passion.
Does
so funny.
just-
Yeah,
you don't.
We can all agree that this dude was a piece of shit.
Yeah. So the fact that, because I don't believe in murder. I still don't think that's not right. But first off, you'd have to prove that a skeleton murdered somebody.
Yeah.
Like this is not an
this is the
Supernatural.
second episode with a doppelganger takeover.
This one ended better though. I think this was a better, and this is really not a doppelganger though, because it didn't look like him. It was just the skeleton.
Well, I mean, once the skeleton went in there, then took his skin.
Still not a doppelganger.
I think it's a doppelganger,
but it's still the original skin. You're not duplicating anything.
Okay, impersonator. Oh, yeah, because he's
impersonator.
impersonator.
Yes,
Yeah,
impersonator. Yes, but doppelganger would mean that there are 2 of you, and there's not 2.
Oh.
Because his skeleton is just there. Now, I do wonder if this skeleton could be alive, quote unquote. What about the dad's?
Oh, yeah.
Because.
Yeah, what if his dad is now the skeleton?
Yeah. And then.
Ooh.
And to me, the skeleton brought the dad's skeleton back because he didn't have to.
No.
I mean, he could have just left it out there wherever he was.
Yeah, dumped it in the.
But then you got to look, depending on when this was, you could do DNA testing, figure out all that stuff, and then that could just come back. Then it would be very confusing when the guy who they say is dead is standing right there in front of you.
Yeah, they're like, I have DNA showing that it's you. And he's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. But I wonder if the skeleton brought back the dad so that the boy would figure it out and know that he was protecting him.
Ooh, yeah.
So.
I like it. All in all, loved the story.
Yeah.
It had a good happy ending. I feel like we needed that palate cleanser.
Yeah, a good, yeah.
Because
the ending was good, the build up to it.
Yeah, because let's be honest, I had trouble sleeping with the with the story from Hey It's Brian, motion detection.
I thought it was Dude It's Brian.
Dude It's Brian. My goodness, I need more sleep.
You need food.
I need food.
Yeah, that motion detector. Then it was funny because then the next day, all of the camera that does the motion in the schoolroom just kept going off, and I was laughing. I think we were up to like 13 movements, and I'm like, oh, Adrian's probably gonna be freaking out right now.
A little bit, yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
I loved it.
Thanks, Brian.
It was great, Brian. Thank you. Anyway, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I did like that ending one.
I did too.
Yeah. So this one's going to be kind of a shorter episode because
just a little bit.
I don't have any stories because I'm saving mine for the Halloween episode.
Oh, by the way, let's drop that news.
Well, no, we're not going to drop news.
We're not dropping the news?
We're not going to drop news. We already dropped the news that we're going. Remember the things you're supposed to forget? Forget the next thing we're about to say. That there's going to be an episode that drops specifically on Halloween.
Specifically.
Yeah, but then I think we should just share the news of what we're doing for the Halloween episode when we record the Halloween episode.
I like it.
Because it's going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully we can get this new equipment figured out. Because the mics are better. They're just
too good.
Annoying because they pick up everything. They pick up the normal white noise background hum that's there all the time, but it is amplified in your ears and it instantly gives me a headache, and I can't deal with it. So
we'll figure it out.
yeah, but
Well,
this is episode 13.
13 in the books.
Yeah.
Oh, is it weird that episode 13, scary number 13, is in October?
I love it. I also kind of love that 13 was kind of like a of the 3 stories that you told, they ended pretty well.
Yeah.
Like, so I like that.
I felt like it was a nice little...
Yeah. So
Yeah.
instead of it being super scary,
Mhm.
it's just kind of chill.
Yeah.
Maybe for the 17th episode,
Ooh.
that'd be spooky.
Yes. Okay. Well,
Scary, scary, scary.
hey, before we get out of here, I'm just wondering, I'm just gonna kind of just kick back and casually ask this question, see if I can get you off guard. But do you believe?
No.
No,
Not even a little bit.
I felt like I lured you into a false sense of security with my relaxing. Could you tell? Like, did you enjoy me leaning back
Yeah,
in
it
my
was funny.
chair?
Yeah.
And then
The jumping,
suddenly,
try to jump, what do they call it? Jump scare?
a little jump scare.
Yeah.
Bam.
No.
Try to get you with that one.
No, you didn't. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Maybe
Okay,
next
you
time.
know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. There's still hope for us here, guys. Okay, well, thank you for listening.
We'll see you guys on Halloween.
We'll see you on Halloween.
Woohoo.
Bye now.
Bye.